All right, we're going to begin our tributes first to Sheila. Though she hails from the Bronx, just a few blocks from Yankee Stadium, the house that Ruth built, today we are honored to celebrate the house and community that Sheila has built, here along with Michael, whom we all miss so much, our beloved Rabbi Michael Hecht of blessed memory, starting when you both made Cleveland your home in 1970, moving from Charlotte, North Carolina. Sheila, we celebrate you today as our guardian, our Cleveland guardian. And like the guardian, Sheila, you have many diehard fans. From the moment that Erica and I arrived in Cleveland, Sheila, you took us under your wing. You shared advice and community history. You delivered articles from the Wall Street Journal to my desk almost every single week to help me with sermons, comic strips that I would use in my classes, notes from Rabbi Hecht's files, books from his shelves, and over the years, many coupons. Baby formula, diapers, go down the list as our children aged. Always hints for where to shop to get the best price and the best quality. And Sheila is a better GPS than Waze, teaching me the best route to get to all the hospitals and always where to park. And always advice on how best to lead our community, who to call, who was sick, who needed a little extra TLC, who to ask to plan or to sponsor a program. And even just in the last few weeks, Sheila, I received emails and calls from you following Hurricane Ian, with names of congregants with homes in the path of the storm, making sure I knew who to check in on. And I know that Sheila does the same for so many in our community and our congregation. You're always there, checking in on us, making sure everyone in the synagogue is cared for and supported. Sheila, we honor you today because you are our Cleveland guardian. When Sheila asked me to speak, I was humbled, and I wondered which was more special, that I am Sheila's life alert emergency contact call here in Cleveland, or that I had the opportunity to publicly thank you for over 50 years of dedicated service and quiet and not so quiet leadership at Beth Am and B'nai Yeshurun. The criteria for choosing Kallat Torah is an individual who dedicates their life to the Torah's highest values, to study, to community, and to Israel. We couldn't think of a more deserving recipient. This really is a Lifetime Achievement Award to you, Sheila, and you're receiving the Kallat Award recognizing your outstanding contribution for over 45 years teaching in our synagogue's religious school, sharing a love of Judaism with 2 generations of students. I'm going to pause for a moment and ask for Rabbi Foster, our education engagement rabbi in charge of all of our education, to share just a word about this award.
Thank you. I just want to take a moment. It's a true honor to be able to recognize you, Sheila, as the recipient of the Paul Kallat Distinguished Teacher Award. Sheila, you of course have been teaching here at B'nai Yeshurun and throughout the Jewish community far longer than I have been here. And it has been a tremendous privilege to see you connect with and instill in your students not only a love and pride in their Jewish heritage, but truly a curiosity and desire to continue to learn beyond the walls of the classroom. You are passionate about making sure each child not only learns, but gets excited about Torah and about Jewish life. And it is only fitting that you ask to not receive a plaque here today with this honor, but rather that we do something in your honor that will benefit our students, something that will excite them, make them eager to continue learning, and give them pride in being part of our congregation and the Jewish community. As someone who is always looking out for the welfare of others, always working hard to make sure that everyone in our community is taken care of, I am so glad that we have this moment right now to recognize you and the impact that you have made. So it's truly a pleasure to be here and to celebrate with you and to present you here to recognize you as the recipient of the Paul Kallat Distinguished Teacher Award.
And as we celebrate this house that Sheila built, I reached out to Sheila's 3 daughters, Aya, Debbie, and Elisa, who shared this message for their mother today. And I'm quoting your children, Sheila. Quote, "We know Mom has worked very hard all these years. While she wasn't doing it for the honor, she certainly has earned the kavod. We think Mom would say her greatest success was her marriage to our father. They really partnered in creating a home and a community. Mom took care of the house and us, making sure that we got our education, had all our needs met. But she was also Dad's often unseen and unheard cheerleader and organizer. She provided an extra pair of eyes and ears to what was happening. She provided a sounding board for sermon ideas. She provided ideas for how to organize functions for sisterhood, holiday celebrations at shul, all things she did out of love for our father and for the community. One of Mom's defining qualities is that she is always looking for a better, smarter way for things to be done, be it the best route from Cleveland to Baltimore or the way to draw children into the synagogue. Always proactive in her thinking, she gives her opinion and ideas and is willing to do the work behind the change. Qualities she used in the founding of Solomon Schechter, today Gross Schechter, working for Hadassah, raising funds for Israel Bonds, the renovations of Beechwood's pool, among many other endeavors. Mom's commitment to education is apparent not only in her own studies, as she garnered Phi Beta Kappa honors from NYU and completed 2 separate master's degrees, but also in her chosen profession as an educator. She worked for many years teaching at Beth Torah and B'nai Yeshurun's Bessie Hershey Religious School and at Heights High School, making sure to reach students who were struggling with their academics, as well as those who are very bright but bored with their studies. Her philosophy is to make sure that people have the tools to learn and the basics of a subject, so when they are willing, able, and interested, they can feel comfortable enough to actually attack the subject. Just one example is when she tutored a Beth Am custodian for his GED. At Heights High, she worked diligently to push her remedial students to the next level, and for that, parents would call to thank her for supporting their children. And as mentioned, she worked long and hard to successfully bring a conservative day school, Solomon Schechter, now Gross Schechter, to Cleveland. Mom has a resilience that is showcased in her perseverance and her attitude. This trait, combined with her ingenuity, commitment to community, husband, and children, define her and are those for which we most admire and honor her today. I also asked Beth Am past president Murray Berkowitz to share a few words, and this is what Murray said, quote, "Sheila was the ideal partner for Rabbi Hecht. She is a one-person welcoming committee for the synagogue. She never met a stranger because if she saw someone at services in the synagogue she didn't know, she would engage them with warmth and friendliness, always find a connection to put that person at ease and form a lifelong bond." Murray added, "I've always admired how Sheila continually handles adversity of life with honesty and a can-do, positive attitude." Kallat Torah celebrates a student of Torah, a lifelong learner. Sheila, the fund you established here at B'nai Yeshurun, the Rabbi Michael and Sheila Hecht Limud Fund, helps support our Torah study, the weekly Starbucks class, and the Tikkun Le'el Shavuot. A scholar in your own right, Sheila, you know how to question and comment on Jewish and general knowledge, and that's clear if you've ever been to a Starbucks Torah class. Sheila is a regular contributor. Sheila, we love you. We thank you for all you do for our community, our congregation, our shul, and our family, and we are honored that we can honor you as Kallat Torah. Thank you for being our Cleveland guardian. Mazel tov. And now Cantor Rosenbaum is going to celebrate you with a special call to the Torah as you are walked to the Torah with a special chuppah by very honored family and friends. Please rise.
Beresheet ha'el ha'gadol ha'gibor v'hanora eftach pi b'shira u'zimra lehadol lehalel ledar bin hora shechianu v'kiyamanu b'yirato ha'torah v'higianu lismavach b'simchat ha'torah המסמכת לב עיניים מאירה המערכת ימים ומוספת גבורה, לאוהביה ולשומריה, בציווי לאזהרה, וכן יהי רצון מלפני הגבורה, לתת חיים וחסד ונזר ועטרה, לשפרה בת מנשה ורבקה זולתה, הגיב חרד להשלים התורה. די שפרה בת מנשה ורבקה זולתה, קלת התורה, ובזכר זה תזכי ויעל, נורא לראות בנים ובני בנים, עוסקים בתורה. תעמוד שפרה בת מנשה ורבקה זולתה, קלת התורה.
The Aliyah can be found on page 1209. We're in Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 27. Our honoree, of course, is taking the Aliyah, Sheila Hecht, and Shu Ehrenberg is our Torah reader.
We're going to sit for a moment. Of course, when we get to the last verse, we're all going to rise in celebration of the final verse from the entire Torah.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Me'ona Elohei Kedem umitachat zro'ot olam vayegaresh mipanecha oyev vayomer hashmeid vayishkon Yisrael betach badad en Yaakov el eretz dagan v'tirosh Avshamav ya'arfutal Ashrecha Yisrael mi chamocha am noshav Adonai magen ezrecha va'asher cherev gavatecha v'yikach hashuhu oivecha lach v'yata al bamotemo tidroch v'ya'al Moshe me'arvot Moav el har nivo rosh ha'pisga asher al pnei recho v'yar'ehu Adonai et kol ha'aretz et ha'gilad ad Dan ve'et kol Naftali ve'et eretz Ephraim u'Menashe ve'et kol eretz Yehuda ad hayam ha'acharon ve'et ha'negev ve'et ha'kikar bikat Yerecho ir ha'tamarim ad soar Vayomer Adonai elav Zolta Aretz Asher Nishbati Lavraham Liyitzchak U'Yakov Lemor Lizaracha Etnena Heriticha Ve'enecha V'shama Lota Avor Vayamat Sham Moshe Eved Adonai Ve'eretz Moav Al Pi Adonai Vayikvar Oto Vagai Ve'eretz Moav Mu Bet Pior V'lo Yada Ish Et Kevurato Ad Hayom Hazeh U'Moshe Ben Me'ah ועשרים שנה במותו, לא חטא אינו ולא נסלחו. ויבכו בני ישראל את משה בערבות מואב 30 יום. ויתמו ימי וכי אבל משה ויהושע בן נון מלא רוח חוכמה כי שמח משה את ידיו עליו וישמעו אליו בני ישראל ויעשו כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה. ולא קם נביא עוד בישראל כמשה אשר ידעו אדוני פנים אל פנים לכל האותות והמופתים אשר שלחו אדוני לעשות בארץ מצרים לפרעה ולכל עבדיו ולכל ארצו.
We rise.
היד החזקה ולכל המורא הגדול אשר עשה משה לעיני
כל ישראל חזק חזק ונתחזק.
חזק חזק ונתחזק.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam. Natan v'toshenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Mazel tov, Sheila. We want to recognize those who escorted you. Your daughter, Deborah Hecht, and Aya Hecht as well. Nancy Tresser-Lipko, Janice Melnick, and Erica Ruden-Luria. Mazel tov, Sheila. We love you. And we're going to, the chuppah, if you guys want to bring it back in, and we're going to walk it to the back. Dan Umansky's ready to take it. We'll remain standing for Hagba and Galila for our first Torah.
Ya'amod Chaim Feivel Ben Pinchas Shalom Ve Chaya Fegel Hagba Sefer Rishon.
Torah asher sa Moshe Livnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad mod. Torah emet natan li'amoel ayad nevi'o ne'eman beito lo yachal Yifa'el v'lo yamir dato li'olamim lezulato. As we finish the Torah, of course, we begin again. In a moment, we're going to welcome and celebrate our Hattan and Kallat Beresheet. We can turn in our Chumashim to page 2. And that will be our opening reading. Sorry, page 3. Page 3, our opening reading in the Torah.
Now we have to look for left hand. No, you gotta stay here.
We can be seated. As we celebrate Lauren and Mark Freiman as our Hattan and Kallat Beresheet, and they will be escorted by David Levin, Stuart Spivak, John Steiger, and Raphael Wiseman, and their special tribute will be delivered by Abby Levin.
Chag Sameach. Today, I have the privilege of sharing reflections about two incredibly thoughtful, kind, and generous individuals, Lauren and Mark Freiman. In thinking about how to accurately capture this moment with all of you, I thought of the many ways that would sufficiently give perspective to their lives. I considered a more serious approach, emphasizing the characteristics too numerous to count that make them true mensches. Or perhaps taking a more humorous approach, shedding light on the many ways that Lauren's humor, combined with Mark's, often makes me laugh so hard that I cry. And I said to myself that I could certainly pull together a theme for this speech around hunger and thirst, sharing their love for Jewish delicacies like lox and bagels or a good schmear, or thirst, their impressive selection of flavored seltzer, or their exceptionally hard to find Kentucky bourbon. Yet after more reflection, I will simply tell you about who they are, their journey, how much my family and I care for them, and the legacy that they are leaving for future generations. 15 years ago, I met Lauren, and shortly after that, we boarded a plane together, bound for Russia, to celebrate Passover with the Jewish community of St. Petersburg. This trip was also where Lauren and I met my husband, David. We still reminisce about our travels, especially when it comes to unique food and drinks. That fish jello and the honey-peppered vodka may be in our past, though our time in St. Petersburg created shared experiences that we will remember for a lifetime. Little did I know that our lives would so deeply intersect in the years as they progressed. Not long after Lauren met Mark, you two married and you shared great pride and joy in each of your children joining your family. And as our families grew, so did our time together. Whether it's school or shul, adventures or vacations, David and I love that you've become our family. Lauren, your dedication to B'nai Yeshurun and to the larger community is impressive. You are a person of action, and you get things done. You are ready for any task, no matter how large or how small. Our congregation has benefited from your many leadership roles, from serving on our board to focusing on membership, communications, and special projects. You are constantly thinking of others and express that with generous and kind actions. Whether it's co-chairing our synagogue's Purim Mishloach Manot effort, cooking and delivering meals to someone who is suffering, helping in the kitchen, or being present behind the scenes. It's often about food, but it's always about the care and dedication that you have to making others smile, laugh, and brighten their day. Mark, your commitment to Judaism is feverish. You live a Jewish life that's filled with meaning and intention. And it is this commitment that has been on display in so many ways, especially during these last few years of pandemic and transitions. As a congregation, we have witnessed your talent and seen your handiwork, from your inspiring music on Shabbat Rocks to leading services and reading Torah like a pro. Your voice and your music have uplifted this congregation, and you do so with great heart and kavanah. As a couple, the two of you are at your best. You care for each other and you support each other. You can laugh at each other and you keep each other on your toes. Together, you are raising an incredible family, contributing in impressive ways to the community, and leaving a deep imprint on this congregation. You approach your leadership and volunteerism with dedication, enthusiasm, and with excellence. Now, I recognize that no couple is perfect. Mark, your quest for basted brisket, charred chicken, savory salami, or a hankering for a hamburger will simply have to wait. You married a vegetarian. While Lauren lacks skills in meat preparation, she compensates for it in delectable desserts. Her baking prowess is the envy of so many. And Lauren, Mark's curiosity and multitasking often pulls him away from the basics. He may be behind the 8 ball on the kids' teeth brushing routine, tune out the audible screaming of 4 children right in front of him, or be more interested in the next bourbon delivery than breakfast. Yet he has an incredible ability to achieve and to succeed. To Romy, Raina, Moselle, and Xander, I believe you already know this, though as you grow up, you'll continue to see the love, commitment, and zest for life that your parents have for you. Your years will be filled with adventure, family meals, holiday celebrations, important milestones, and of course, lots and lots of ice cream. And the love that they share for you extends to your grandparents, your family, our beloved congregation, and this community. Simply put, you are the best. This past Shabbat, Rabbi Rudin Luria spoke about the importance of Kehillah, community. This is a signpost for all of us to lean in, to be present for others, and to know that when we come together, we are part of something larger than ourselves. Coretta Scott King shared that the greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Lauren and Mark, you and your family represent the best of this community. And it's not simply by your actions, not simply what you do, but how you take on this holy work. Our congregation and our Jewish community are better because of you. Thank you for giving so much of yourselves. A huge mazal tov. May you go from strength to strength.
Beautiful. Thank you, Abby. And now we're going to welcome our Hattan and Kallat Beresheet. Please rise.
Beresheet merovam al kol beracha v'shira norai al kol tehila v'zimra chacham levav amitz koach u'gvura u'moshel olam adon kol yetziran u'mereshut chavurat tzedek eda hama'ushara k'motzim po hayom l'simchat Torah ונעצרים לסיים ולהחל בגיל ומבורה ובמורה וכן הסכמתי דעת כולם לברכה יען עשיתים ראשונים למצווה גמורה מערב תשובכם משכורתכם יתרה עמדו חיים מרדכי בן צבי וחיה דינה ודוד אסתר בת משה זב ושנגתה חתן וכלת בראשית ברא מרשות הקהל הקדוש הזה לברך אל גדול ונורא אמין יענו אחריכם הכל מהרה יעמדו חיים מרדכי בן צבי וחיה דינה דוד אסתר בת משה זב ושנגתה חתן וכלת בראשית ברא.
We can be seated. We are in the beginning, page 3 in our Chumashim, Beresheet, Genesis 1:1.
And our Torah reader is Michael Milgram.
Hey, how's the old family?
Baruch Adonai Barak Elam Ba'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Ba'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Beresheet bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'haaretz hayta tohu vavohu v'choshech al pnei tehom v'ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim vayomer Elohim yehi or vayhi or vayar Elohim et haor ki tov vayavdel Elohim ben haor u'ben hachoshech vayikra Elohim la'or yom v'lachoshech kara layla.
Vayerev vayivoker yom echad.
Vayerev vayivoker yom echad. Vayomer Elohim yehi rakia betoch hamayim v'hi mavdil ben mayim lamayim. Vayas Elohim et harakia vayavdel ben hamayim asher mitachat larakia uven hamayim asher me'al larakia vayichein. Vayikra Elohim larakia shamayim.
Vayerev vayivoker yom sheni.
Vayerev vayivoker yom sheni. Vayomer Elohim yikavu hamayim mitachat hashamayim el makom echad v'tera'eh hayabasha vayichein. Vayikra Elohim layabasha eretz u'mikvei hamayim kara yamim. Vayar Elohim ki tov. Vayomer Elohim tadishei haaretz deshe esev mazri yazera eitz peri ose peri lemino asher zarobo al haaretz vayichein vatotze haaretz deshe esev mazri yazera leminehu ve'etz ose peri asher zarobo leminehu vayar Elohim ki tov.
Vayerev vayivoker yom shlishi.
Vayerev vayivoker yom shlishi. Vayomer Elohim yehi me'orot birkiyah hashamayim lehavdil ben hayam uben halayla v'hayu la'otot u'lemoadim u'liyamim v'shanim v'hayu li'orot birkiyah hashamayim leha'ir al haaretz vayichein. Vayas Elohim et shnei ha'me'orot ha'gedolim et ha'ma'or ha'gadol lememshelet hayom ve'et ha'ma'or ha'katon lememshelet halayla ve'et ha'kochavim vayiten otam Elohim birkiyah hashamayim leha'ir al haaretz v'limshol bayom uvalayla u'lahavdil ben ha'or u'ben ha'choshech vayar Elohim ki tov.
Vayerev vayivoker yom revi'i.
Vayerev vayivoker yom revi'i. Vayomer Elohim yishritzu hamayim sheretz nefesh chaya ve'of ya'ofef al haaretz al penei rekia hashamayim. Vayivra Elohim et hataninim hagedolim ve'et kol nefesh hachaya haromes et asher sharetzu hamayim leminehem ve'et kol of kanaf leminehu vayar Elohim ki tov. Vayavarech otam Elohim lemor peru urvu umil'u et hamayim bayamim ve'ha'of yirev ba'aretz.
Vayerev vayivoker yom
Vayerev
chamishi.
vayivoker yom chamishi. Vayomer Elohim totze haaretz nefesh chaya lemina behema varemes v'chay to'eretz lemina vayichein. Vayas Elohim et chayat haaretz lemina ve'et habehema lemina ve'et kol remes adama leminehu vayar Elohim ki tov. Vayomer Elohim na'aseh adam betzalmenu ki demutenu v'yirdu bidgat hayam uv'of hashamayim ובהמה ובכל הארץ ולכל הרמס הרומס על הארץ. ויברא אלוהים את האדם בצלמו, בצלם אלוהים ברא אותו, זכר ונקבה ברא אותם. ויברך אותם אלוהים, ויאמר להם אלוהים, פרו ורבו, ומילאו את הארץ וכבשוה, ורדו בדגת הים ובעוף השמיים, ובכל חיה הרומסת על הארץ. ויאמר אלוהים, הנה נתתי לכם את כל עשב זורע זרע, אשר על פני כל הארץ, ואת כל העץ אשר בו פרי עץ זורע זרע, לכם יהיה לאוכלה, ולכל חיית הארץ, ולכל עוף השמיים, ולכל רומס על הארץ, אשר בו נפש חיה, את כל ירק עשב לאוכלה. ויהי כן. וירא אלוהים את כל אשר עשה, והנה טוב מאוד.
בערב ויבוקר יום השישי.
ערב ויבוקר יום השישי. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים
לעשות.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Mazel tov again to Lauren and Mark. Thank you for all that you are and all that you do for us. We'll rise now for Mishabeh.